What's going on YouTube? Welcome to the February 2019 channel update. Stay tuned, we got a lot of things to talk about. Every month I want to do this channel update, let you guys know what happened in the previous month and what is planned to happen in this month. So quickly, let's talk about January 2019 and before that, since this is the first one. So the end of December, we purchased a new house. We're in it right now. You guys can see the garage.
Grom squad pool holds up to 20 mic wraps, about 40 wallies.
Team Patreon already know they got the private tour, so if you want to join, get some more behind the scene access, I gotta plug it. Patrons, I do appreciate it. We're gonna be answering some of your questions at the end of this video, so stay tuned. The garage build will have multiple parts. I have an AC that I brought from the old house. It's a split AC. The garage has AC now. I got a hoodie on. It's chilly. With that being said, it is a little echoey in here. I'm gonna be addressing that. So again, the garage build series will kind of capture all of that. There's a lot of stuff happening. It needs to be a dedicated video. We also need to talk about this guy. So obviously the last video I announced this guy. Shout out to everybody that kind of gave me recommendations on what Supermoto to get. A lot of you people said don't get the DRZ. You actually had the DRZ while you were typing that comment. I do appreciate that feedback. I just want to tell you why I went with the DRZ. My buddies have been getting DRZs and looking into them. There's so many aftermarket parts, which I'm excited about. We're gonna do like a little mini build series on that. That's kind of why I went with the DRZ and why I wanted to stick with the DRZ. I can't go through the pros and cons because I don't have anything to relate it to. I never owned a carbureted motorcycle before, but I know it's an easy and an old technology to work on, so hopefully I didn't make a bad mistake. Based on what I've heard and read on the internet and talking with friends that own these, they're a tank, so that's what I need. With that being said, thank you everybody that kind of gave me suggestions. Maybe in the future we'll go down that route. Honda, if you're watching 450L, you know, I don't mind going across country. Come on, baby, let's do it. But right now we're gonna build this guy up. So let me tell you what I have planned for this guy. I just want to throw up a render real quick. It's not the best one. It's almost like MS Paint. But what I'm gonna do, you know, make it look like the Stock to Not Season 1 bike. I love that graphic kit, and like I said, I'm gonna have to get rid of that bike just to free up some money. So I'm gonna let that style bike live on through the Supermoto. Let me just go through some of the suppliers that jumped on board for the build series for the Supermoto. Then we'll talk about the build series that's about to happen on the Coast to Coast bike. If you guys don't know, that's gonna be given away to one of the supporters, so stay tuned for that. Supermoto time. I gotta work with my guys that made the custom graphics for the Stock to Not Season 1 bike, which is AMR. So that's gonna be coming in, and then we're gonna be putting those on, taking this off, and swapping that out. One thing I did change, you might notice or might not notice it, there was red in the old Stock to Not graphic kit. This one I replaced with white, so it's gonna be a little bit different, and it should flow together. Gold wheels are going away. I'm trying to work with a couple suppliers and manufacturers. Hopefully we can get a good hookup on a wheel. I'm not sure how many manufacturers are out there. If you guys know, let me know down below. If not, we're gonna have to save up some money, sell that guy. But in the meantime, I reached out to a couple buddies that have DRZs. Again, one of the benefits of buying a DRZ, and I might swap them the gold ones for black wheels and then just put those pink spoke covers on those for the time being. Gold and the theme that I'm going with, I don't think it's gonna go together. Cormoto has hooked me up, and I felt bad reaching out to him, so shout out to Luke and Andrew. I do appreciate your support. They're an amazing company, great customer service, and if you guys are looking for stainless steel lines, support the companies that support us, and they hooked it up with a custom Cormoto line, so those are coming in shortly. In the future, we're gonna do a little mini build series on this guy. The idea for this bike is to make it like a stunt Supermoto, but not beat it up like I did my Grom. I want it to be somewhere between the race Grom and my stunt bike. So it's got the power, but it's also, I can do wheelies on it, have a handbrake and stuff. Speaking of handbrake, Jake, I'll put his Instagram right here. He makes this custom machine dual caliper handbrake, fits 2 of those Brembo P32s. Real quick before I forget, if there's any manufacturer out there that has those and wants to become a sponsor, let me know. Otherwise, I'm buying those off eBay. And I need a master as well. We got Dunlop tires coming in. So I think it's the Q3 Pluses that are coming in. I got a 160 on there right now. It's like a dual sport. We're gonna be putting on a 150, so going a little bit thinner, 160 is a little wide. Besides that, we're gonna get the sub cage on the back. Full Metal Stunts is making a white one, which will go on the back, which will have pegs so I can do my stand-ups, because you know my sit-down game is weak. And hopefully I'll get hooked up with a handbrake sometime soon. Still do some sit-downs with some handbrake action. Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. So I mentioned in the previous video, there's some mods already done to it. It's jetted, MRD, racing exhaust on that. That's staying. Might change out the tubes. They're pink right now, but they were red at one time. They might go with the theme. We'll see. It's got a gold RSC touch lever. I might switch that out for Elite. See if I can get like a blue one or a purple one or something like that. The comfortable seat, that's staying. The bars, I'm not too sure if there's like a preferred bars, kind of like the KLX on the Grom or the ATV mids. If you guys are DRZ guys, you know there's a specific bar that you should have. Let me know. Otherwise, they feel good. I don't have a problem with them. Got some mirrors on it, some bolts are rusted, throttle cable's a little loose, so there's a lot of little maintenance I want to do on it. Talking about maintenance, I bought this off a good friend, so he takes care of his bikes, but it was sitting for about 6 months. So I went through, I drained the oil, I drained the radiator and the coolant, and then I replaced the air filter with a cane end, just so I can have a baseline where I started and kind of keep track of the mileage. That way I'm on top of the maintenance on this. That's the plans right now for the Supermoto, so it might tweak a little bit. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to acquire all the parts. I'm trying to get those core parts here as soon as possible, but at a minimum we're just gonna let it rip the way it is. There's just some things I really want to change. All right, let's move on and talk about the coast to coast bike. So Stock to Knot season 2 is going to be our coast to coast bike. So if you guys don't know, we rode this guy across the country 4,500 miles. We're gonna be tearing it down, doing a full rebuild on it, not because we need to, it still runs perfectly, because I want to. I want to see what 4,500 miles, hard miles, full throttle the whole way, how much damage, if any, we did to the piston. It's not to say that Honda isn't reliable. Like I said, it got us 4,500 miles across the desert. I'm just curious. So we're gonna start with a full rebuild on the piston and the cylinder. And then of course we got all our aftermarket parts that we're gonna be putting on there. So hopefully that's gonna start at the end of February. There are a couple suppliers and sponsors that I'm waiting on parts from. Please send. Hopefully those come in within the next week or two so I can film sponsor video and show you guys all the parts that we plan on putting in, and then put up the render. So just like you saw the render on the DRZ, I have one for this bike. I don't want to put it out there in case we need to change one of the sponsors. Keeping my fingers crossed that everything kind of works out there. At the end of the build series, one of my supporters is going to take ownership of this. There'll be more details on that in a future video specific to the Stock to Knot build series. It's a full video of information. The next bike up is the Stock to Knot season 1 bike. That one needs to be sold, so I got to get the pricing right. I need to go part by part, see how much money I have into this bike, and deduct, you know, used price. Obviously you're not going to get what you put into it back. I got to see if it's better to take it apart, part it out, and then sell it as a stock bike, or if somebody would be interested in buying it as a whole. So stay tuned for that. In the background, you hear some magical numbers. That's the subscriber count going up and down. So one thing to talk about in the previous month that happened, we hit 200,000 subscribers on this channel. So that's amazing. Thank you for the support. When I was like at 10,000 subscribers, someone asked me what my goal for this channel was as far as subscribers. I said I never really had a goal, but 100,000 would be cool because you get the plaque. Now we're at 200,000, and it's just, you know, it's humbling. It's very amazing to be able to do this, guys. And, you know, I thank you guys for mashing that subscribe button. I'm gonna bring you more better content. That's my goal. So we have a forever home. We can build this up a lot better than we did the previous garage, and I have so many ideas for it. There's gonna be fixed cameras, fixed lighting. The previous garage had it, but I always knew we were gonna be upgrading or moving out of that house and outgrowing it, so I kind of just put it off a little bit. But this one got a lot of things in store for you guys, so a lot of good things coming to the channel, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. Let me talk about the schedule real quick. So today is a Thursday. Thursdays and Mondays are now my 2019 schedule for uploads. So Thursday will be the off videos, these type of videos, maybe some riding videos, tips and tricks or installs or whatever it may be. That's gonna happen on Thursdays. If you like a lot of content, check back on Thursdays. If you only like moto vlogs and riding videos, group rides, that type of stuff, Monday is gonna be your day to head over to YouTube, click on the Photogromer channel and watch that video. All right, the last bike in line is our OG Grom. That's my original Grom. The only reason I talk about that is because we just had an announcement. Grom Day 2K19, date is confirmed, April 28th, link down below. You guys have seen the Grom Day video with the police chopper, and every year before that or after that, this will be my 4th year going there, I do believe. This is the event to go to. If you got a Grom or a Mini, even if you have a big bike and you don't mind going 40 miles an hour in the back, check out the link down below. This is the event to be at. I'm gonna end this video with answering a couple patrons questions. First one comes from Trey. Will the dear leader still hold a permanent spot on the wall? Hey yo, there he is. I saw something on the Honda Grom forum. Someone got offended by that, which kind of boggles my mind, but this channel's not political. This is just a fun channel to get away from it. So yeah, they'll make a comeback at some point, but I don't think I'll put it right in the back of the videos because I don't want that to take away from what we're doing and the sponsors. Welcome to 2019. Next question. Wyatt asks, where do you mainly shop for tools? So online, it's 2019. I buy most of my unique tools off Amazon or WeBike, especially for the Grom. I used to go to Sears a lot when I need to build up my inventory, but now I have, you know, all crafting and stuff. So Sears is closed around here. I think Home Depot is now my go-to place, but I haven't had that issue. Michael asked, can I have the broken fender for the Koso bike? I broke the fender off the Koso bike when I went down on the track, so I'll do that giveaway. I'll announce it on Patreon, but you know, I don't know if you can have it. One of you guys, I'll give it to one of the patrons. Lockhead asked the question. It was kind of a little bit deeper than what I wanted these questions to be, but I'll ask anyway. He asked, would you rather lose all your money and valuables or lose all the pictures you've taken? Since you're a photographer, I don't really like the what if questions. I hate what ifs. I would probably take the money and valuables over all my photos. Your best photo is the photo you haven't taken yet, so that's the way I look at it, and I'd rather not be a starving artist. I've been a starving artist. It's not fun. I try not to hold on to things like that. They're all up here anyway. Oh, and asked, do you plan on modifying the engine at all? This is directed to the Stock Not Season 2 bike, or we keep the stock reliability. Ever considered a Super 125 build? New garage looks awesome. I don't plan on doing any big bore kit or Super 125 on this build. I'll announce all that in a future video. We are going to get into the engine again, but not for performance in that sense. It's not going to be a big bore kit. Zach asked, what is your most favorite and or most memorable ride? My favorite ride kind of adds a bunch of rides together. It would be the coast to coast ride. I mean, without a doubt. That was my favorite ride and also the most challenging ride. Obviously, there was a lot of little rides along the way, but 4,500-mile ride, yeah, that's got to be the most memorable and favorite ride. John, my buddy from Korea, from South Korea, he wants a deer leader or a copy of him. You get that from iCanvas, John. You being in South Korea, I don't recommend putting that anywhere where the locals can see it, but he's getting a Sumo and he wants to know the entry-level stuff, what to get, where to get it from as far as parts go. So I'm kind of still learning that. And so like I mentioned before, dual caliper kit, Jake seems to be the go-to guy for that. Supermoto for the stainless steel lines as far as other parts, full metal stunts for the sub cage, and then I'm kind of learning about the handbrake and the Supermoto suppliers as I go. So that's the only Patreon questions I got for this time, but if you want to join Patreon, get the behind the scenes house tour and some other content as well, and ask some questions for the next video, link down below. Patrons, I couldn't do this without you guys, so I do appreciate all the support. I'll see you on Monday with a new ride video. It's gonna be a good one.